students, today I'm here with the practice now 13 resource book new syllabus mathematics D1 chapter 1 and pages 20. So in practice now 13 we have the word problem, and that practice now 13 is related to LCM as well as HCF. So the question is, three bills told a regular interval of 15 minutes, 16 minutes and 36 minutes respectively. Given that they told together at 2 p.m. at what time will they next toll together? So in that word problem, they're creating a situation that there are three bells. There are three bells and all the bells are tolled at different timings. If you look at the time, one is 15, 16 and 36 minutes. Three bells, and they're all three bells. The timing of the tolling the bell or the timing the bell ring, all the timings are different. Suppose the first bell is tolled at 15 minutes, then the second bell, the bell number 2, that will be tolled after 16 minutes, and the third will be tolled after 36 minutes. So what they are demanding, and they asked last, given that they toll together, okay, 2 p.m. is the time when the three bells, 1, 2, 3, three different bells toll. That when the 2 p.m. time occurred, the three bells that are having the different tolling timings, they will toll at 2 p.m. at the same time. When 2 p.m. the three bells ring at the same time, at what time will they next toll together? So next, if they're having the one time that 2 p.m. all the three bells are tolling, the what will be the next time when the three bells all toll together? Again, create a situation in your mind that there are three bells. When one bell is ringing, the other two are not ringing. When the second ring, the third and the first will not ring. So 2 p.m. is the situation where all the three bells are same tolling. So at what time? We will just find the time interval in the next after 2 p.m. at what time the three bells again toll. So in that question, what method or what is the situation, what we have to find? Rather, we will do this question with the LCM or HCF, because at this stage, if you're attending the starting lecture, so you will find the LCM or the HCF with the both table and listing methods. So what will we apply in this situation? Because now we are finding all together what is the timing when all the bells toll at the same time. So in this situation, we will do the LCM. So as you know the factors of how we will find the factors. So I already done with this question. We find the factor of 15, 16, because first timing is 15 minutes, second is 16 minutes, and third is 36 minutes. And I just write down the factors of all. 15 having the factors 3 and 5. 16 having the factor 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 power 4, 4 number of 2's, and 36 having 1, 2, 2 2's and 2 3's. So as we are working with the LCM, and why we are doing the LCM, because there will be one timing now, because all the bells are ringing at the different timings, but there is a time that all the bells are tolled together. So that's mean in this case a common factor both are included, because we didn't take only that specific time. We just take, okay, at which timing the bells are ringing from previously timing, different time intervals. So at this point, how many 2 p.m. all the bells are ringing. So just from 2 p.m. now taking the next timing from 2 to next, in which time all the bells again are tolled. So in that case, we are counting the time from 2 p.m. to next interval. So we're taking all the factors for this we will do the LCM. Take the power 2. 2 having the greatest power, that is 4. So we'll take the greatest power. 3 having the power 1 and 2. So we'll take the greatest power, that is 3 power 2. And again the last factor, that is 5. So just multiply this. So by multiplying all this, we having the answer 270. And how? So I'm solving this 2 power 4 mean that 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So 4 number of 2, same 2 3's and 1 5. By multiplying all this, I get the answer 270. Now this 270 in form of minutes, because if you look at the question, they're giving the answer 15 minutes, question 16 minutes. So I just get this answer 270 minutes. I just tell the time that if one timing is 2 p.m. so what will be the next p.m. am, what will be the next hour? So in that case, I just convert this 270 in the form of hours. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So we convert 270 in hours. 6106. Sorry, it is 720, not 270. 720 divided by 60. So 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12. So we have 12 hours. Now, as the given the question that our common time in which 3 bells toll together, that is 2 p.m. Now from 2 p.m. count next 6 hours. What will be the next hour in which after the 12 hours the 3 bells again toll together? So what will be that? 2 from 2 p.m. it is 2 a.m. So 3 bells toll together at 2 a.m. Okay, from 2 p.m. count just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you just continue the number counting till 12 and just look at the digital system. Okay, that how many in that case which timing will be the 12 hours. So 12 hours will be the 2 a.m. Now in practice now 13. Farhan has 3 pieces of rope with lengths 140, 168 and 210 centimeter. He wished to cut all 3 pieces of rope into smaller pieces of equal length such that there is no leftover rope. So what is the greatest possible length of each of the smallest piece of rope? Okay, in this word problem we have the 3 numbers. Basically there are 3 ropes of different lengths. Farhan is a person that want to cut these ropes in small pieces, equal pieces, that there is no left. The 3 pieces cut in such a way that there is no left any piece, and the length of all the pieces is same, will be same. So what is the greatest possible length? So at what greatest possible length he will take the measurement, so there is no left any piece of the rope. So greatest possible, from greatest you can take the hint that greatest possible means that you will find the LCM HCF of all the 3 ropes. Then after solving the first part, we will move towards the second. So we'll take the HCF of the 3 pieces of rope. One is for 140, second is 168, and third is 210. So I'm solving this question by the table method. So 2 7s are 40, 0, 2 6 are 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2, and 2 5s are 10. As the 10 is completely the 2 terms divided, so we will place 0. 2 5s are 10, because whenever there is a case the next two terms completely divided in the table, so we will place 0 between the term. Now next, so now it is divisible on 7. 7 10s are 70, 7 1s are 7 carry, 7 2s are 40, again 7 1s are 7, 8 9 10, 3 is carry, so 7 5s are 35, 7 5s are 35. So as we are working with the HCF, so in that case, because we want the greatest possible length, so HCF, that means we will apply HCF, and HCF only work with the common factor. So we have the common factors, this 2 and 7, so greatest possible length will be 14. Now second part, how many small pieces of rope he can get all together. Okay, he have 3 pieces of rope. One is 140, second is 168, and third is 210. And the piece of length of one piece, as we have find the length of one piece will be 14. So now we'll find that from 140 how many pieces we'll get, from 168 how many pieces we'll get, and from 210. And after getting the pieces from all 3 ropes pieces, we just add the pieces, that the total number that we'll get by cutting this rope is this. Okay, from 120, the length of the rope is 140, and each the rope length, that is the length, that is standard length we have found in the first part, this will be the length when we'll take 14 length of the rope and cut the piece of the rope in taking the measurement 14. So there is no left, and there's no any piece of the rope will be left. So taking the length, what is the original length of the first piece is 140, and the length that we're taking, the part of the length that we're taking, equally divided the parts, that is 40. Then plus what is the second length? Second length is 168, so divided by 14, plus 210 divided by 14. Okay, why I'm taking the plus sign? Because they are demanding all together. At the end आपने 3 पीसेस जो रोप लिए थे उसको आपने इस मेजरमेंट से कट करना है कि यहाँ पे कुछ भी आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा पीस ऑफ रोप ना बचे. फिर आपने उसके फर्स्ट पार्ट में स्टैंडर्ड साइज फाइंड किया, यानी कि जब मैं 14 की लेंथ लूंगी तो मेरे पास कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा लेंथ, एक टुकड़ा कुछ भी वापस नहीं बचेगा. अब पहली लेंथ, टोटल पहली रस्सी की कितनी लेंथ थी? 140. 140 से जब मैं 14 की लेंथ पीसेस कटती हूँ तो मैंने यहाँ से फाइंड करना है कि कितने पीसेस मुझे यहाँ से मिल जाएंगे रोप के, फिर कितने पीसेस सेकंड वाले पार्ट से मिल जाएंगे और कितने थर्ड से. फिर इन सबको जब हम ऐड करेंगे तो एट द एंड मुझे पता चल जाएगा कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ पीसेस मेरे पास कितने हो जाएंगे सेम लेंथ के. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द प्रैक्टिस स्टेटमेंट. So 140 divided by 14 will get 10. 168 divided by 14, 12. And 210 divided by 14 will get 15. So by adding this, we'd get 37. So we will get 37 number of pieces. When we cut these 3 pieces of rope for taking the length of 14, then there is no left any piece, and the total number of pieces by cutting 3 rows is that 37. 37 pieces we will get of the same length, and that is the length of 14 centimeter. Or 14, not any centimeter sheeter, because they didn't give any. Okay, they give us the unit centimeter, so definitely 37 centimeter. So this is all about the practice of 30. Now for keep in touch with the more lectures, kindly subscribe the channel, because when you subscribe the channel you get the notification of the new lectures. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.